Hi, you guys. My name is Faye, and I need a vacation, and I think you do too. So let's distract ourselves with some reality TV nonsense. Today, we're going to be talking about Love is Blind, season 9. It has been the craziest, just worst season, but also one of the most entertaining ones. And I cannot wait to talk to you about it. Instead of going episode by episode, because by now it's way too late, I'm just gonna talk about all of the couples that got engaged. And then at the end, I'm also going to give you my predictions as to who is going to get married. So let's get right into it. So the first couple I want to talk about is Casey and Patrick. Casey, from the get-go, struck me as very superficial. My alarm bells started tingling when she said she was Mormon. Sorry to all the Mormons, but I was like, ooh, this Mormon white lady with this Asian guy. I don't know, like it's a no for me. And then she said something about her father having been a missionary in South Korea. And I was like, oh, I don't like that. Also, Casey has a boyfriend. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she has a whole man at home. She literally sat in the pods and told Patrick that her boyfriend has encouraged her to go on dating shows. He encouraged her to go on another dating show as well as Love is Blind. And each time he told her basically he'll be here waiting for her. And pretty much you should do this for, followers, money, career. And yeah, she has a whole man at home. It's really funny because you can tell she was trying to get ahead of it. So she wouldn't end up like that one guy from a couple seasons ago where his girlfriend actually exposed all of their texts. So she thought she'd be really clever by just admitting to having a boyfriend, essentially. Now, mind you, when she told Patrick this, he was admittedly turned off at first. He felt like now he couldn't really trust that she was serious in this experiment. And what did she do? Yes, she reeled him back in with the promise of sex. She started talking dirty to him, started describing all the things that she was going to do to this man. And for some reason, it worked. When I tell you, I was so shocked, but Patrick was literally sitting there eating it up. He was like, I felt like, he was about to start fidgeting in a second. Like he was ready to go. Let's just say he was really enjoying hearing all the things Casey was supposedly going to do to him. But yeah, that to me already showed how manipulative and disgusting Casey is. And also how stupid in a way, no offense, Patrick is. Because, sir, this is literally all it took. Wow. What I also didn't like was when the topic of ethnicity came up and Casey was literally pressuring Patrick to reveal his ethnicity. And when I tell you, she was so afraid. I feel like that he was going to say he was black. I just, like the look on her face, she was so tense. She was so on edge. And then when he said he was Asian, she did not seem happy about that either. But I felt like she did seem a little relieved. Now, let's get into Patrick. Patrick shared with us that he used to be bullied as a child for being Asian and that he grew up as the only Asian person like his whole life pretty much. I felt really bad for him. The things he was describing were just awful. And you can tell that really has taken a toll on his confidence and also on his racial self-esteem. And I personally feel like he has some internalized racism. I thought it was also very bizarre that him and Anna, his other connection, literally bonded over the fact that they both didn't date Asians, not just because there were not many Asians to choose from, it being Denver, Colorado, but it almost sounded like they purposefully didn't like to date Asians. Like Anna even said that had she known that he was Asian, she probably just would have discarded him right away. That just seemed so strange to me and so sad. Like, what does that say about you when you hate your own race? You know what I mean? I also feel like Patrick misrepresented himself a little. He made it out like, and I'm not saying he's not, attractive. I'm not saying he's not handsome. Everybody obviously has their own individual tastes and preferences, but to me, there was a point where he made it seem like he was a super attractive, super handsome, just super good looking guy. And the only reason why people felt he wasn't as good looking or attractive was because he was Asian. And you could tell that he really stirred up a certain set of expectations in Casey. We're going to get into the fact that unfortunately he wasn't able to meet those. Patrick desperately wants this girl. When I tell you, he is so blind. Like, love isn't blind, Patrick is blind. But don't worry, Patrick, you're not the only one. Like, we have quite a few people who are unwilling or unable to face reality. So when Casey told this man that she has a boyfriend at home, like in the beginning, like I said earlier, he was literally lured back just by the promise of sexual favors, to the point like he was just glossed over the fact that this person has a whole man at home. Now, when Casey and Patrick finally meet, you can tell that he's floored. Like, he just loves the sight of her. He's so into her. Like, he seemed like he was ready to get right to it, you know, right there on those couches. But Casey, not so much. Like, she did not like that man. You could tell she was not attracted to him whatsoever. Of course, she still said yes when he asked her to marry him. But what do you know? Less than 24 hours later, we see her in a hotel. She's like all disheveled. She's in a hoodie. She's sitting there crying and then, you know, talking to production. And production asked her, like, Casey, what's going on? And she straight up told them, and this is what she said, that she's not attracted to him and that she doesn't feel like the attraction can grow in a matter of a few weeks, like not to the point of marriage. And like, that's why she, you know, can't see herself with him. Now, she never tells Patrick this though. They meet up, she, you know, throws herself at him. She's crying, she's hugging him, she's kissing him. She keeps touching his face. Like, when I tell you, she just did a master class in gaslighting, in love bombing. Like, it was crazy. That, when I tell you, that has to be one of the craziest things I've ever seen on reality TV. And then she kept blaming production. She's like, they're making it out to be something about your looks, but it's not. And they're trying to create this narrative. And she started blaming the show. Oh, I can't do the show anymore. This is too much. I can't. And Patrick's like eating it up. He's like, yeah, okay, well, you don't have to be on the show. We can leave right now. And she's like, I just can't go on the vacation. He's like, yeah, that's fine, you know, but he's not getting it. And she's also not making it clear, like, dude, I do not like you. I'm not attracted to you. We are ending this engagement. I do not want to be with you. She never explicitly tells him that. She just keeps saying she can't go on the vacation and she can't be on the show. It's too much. That's the only thing she keeps saying. And it's like really bizarre because I'm waiting, like, is she gonna break it to him? But she doesn't. And he even asks her, like, oh, am I gonna see you like when we get home? She's like, yeah, of course. And he's like, well, how am I gonna contact you? Like, I don't even have your number. And she's like, I don't know, like, yeah, like, I mean, Instagram. I was like, girl, like, you're literally gonna act like you don't know your own phone number. And he doesn't even clock it. Like, it's not like clicking to him, like, at all. So if that weren't already bad, when they get up to leave, like, she will not let go of this man. Like, she's still hugging him, kissing him, touching him. She's climbing him like a tree, like, has her legs wrapped around this man, like, just jumping on him. Like, then she's out the door, then she comes back. Like, she is acting like he just came back home from war after 15 months and she actually loves him. Meanwhile, she's breaking up with him, and it's too demonic and foul and disgusting to actually tell him that. Like, crazy. And he is blind. Like, he did not get it at all. Like, he literally thinks that he's still engaged, or maybe not engaged, but at least he thinks he's still in a relationship with this girl. So fast forward, apparently he tried to get in contact with her. He was calling her, he was texting her, and she was just ignoring him. She just kept like pushing their conversation back. And she just told him, yeah, just tell the others that we're broken up for now. So that's how he, you know, eventually understood that they're broken up. Then he asked her for the ring back, and that's when she ghosted him. And to add insult to injury, she recently did some interview where she was like, yeah, I don't regret how I handled it at all. Like, when I tell you, that is a disgusting piece of trash. Like that, like she is a piece of work. But Patrick, I have to be honest here, like, he is blind. And even production was trying to help him out at one point. They asked him something about if he thought that he was being gaslit, and he's like, no, I don't think she's gaslighting. She seems very genuine to me. Like, Patrick. Well, it is what it is. On to Madison and Joe. Another couple with another delusional blind person. I'm sorry, girl, Madison, it's you. And another couple with a liar, and that's you, Joe. So a little bit about them. Madison, she seems like a genuinely nice, kind person, I have to say. I actually did really find myself liking her, like when they did the wedding dress try on, and I don't know if it was KB, like someone was in their wedding dress and she was crying like that was her sister. Like, it was so cute. I really think she has a good heart, but she is delusional. She's blind. Like, let's get into it. So it's worth mentioning that while they were dating in the pods, Madison did let Joe know that she does have a high risk of losing her eyesight and becoming blind, but she doesn't know like if it's gonna happen or like when it's gonna happen. It might happen when she's 90, it might happen sooner, you know, it might not happen at all, but probability is high. And when she told Joe this, he honestly did not seem like that concerned him, which, you know, makes sense. But I felt like he was already kind of downplaying it and acting like that's not an issue at all, even though I personally felt like he was concerned. Let's just say that. Joe, he seems like, honestly, he's like the comic relief of this season. Like, it's not a good thing, but he is just there, man. He's just fighting, you know, to stay alive, to make it through this experiment. When they see each other, like the first thing after their reveal, Madison's like, oh my God, I love him. He's so great. He's so this, he's so that. And what does he say? Well, you know, I'm usually into skinny women. Not that there's anything wrong with non-skinny women. Like, what do you call those? You know, more curvy, fuller body. Like, he was trying to, you know, find all the right language, all the right words, so he would not be labeled the bad guy of the season, so he would not be dragged online. But at the end of the day, what he said and what he felt is he is not attracted to her, she is not his type, and he doesn't see it for her. Unfortunately, though, Madison does not see it. And he doesn't tell her, like, at all. It never comes up. And you can tell, like, she's so into him, like, through the course of the experience. He is not into her whatsoever. Like, he keeps trying to let her know, but I feel like anytime he was trying to bring up his concerns, his doubts, and speak his mind, she would just like talk over him, cut him off, shush him, like, yeah, I know you're into me. Yeah, I know the bond has translated outside the pods. Yeah, I know, we have great sex. We have sex all the time. Sex. Like, she keeps insisting that they have such a great, amazing sex life. Like, it almost seems like she's not only convincing him and the women, but she's also convincing herself. Like, she really is doing everything to make herself believe that this man wants her, and like, he doesn't. And you know, it's not for me to say. I don't know if they really were having such a great intimate life. I don't know if behind closed doors he was really that into her, but from what we've seen on camera, like, he did not like this lady at all. And like I said, he kept trying to tell her. She did not want to hear it. She kept just like telling him, like, whenever he tried to express himself, she kept telling him what she wanted to hear, basically, and he would just sit there and kind of let it stand, you know, and not, you know, deny it, to the point where they even got into a big argument about it, because he did share some of his concerns and fears, and she got like so upset over it, and he's like, this is gonna make me not want to share my feelings ever again. And then, like, she went into a whole, you know, downward spiral about it. She ended up taking her ring, you know, whatever. Like, it was a big thing. And then they had this really funny fight. And this, to me, goes back to him just not liking Madison. The first time they met all the couples and they had their traditional beach party, everyone was like in bikinis and stuff like that. When I tell you, Joe got so drunk, like, he got white boy wasted, like, he was out of it. And honestly, like, I don't know him. Obviously, I don't know if that's how he just parties, But I feel like he was drinking and drinking and drinking so he could just not make a mistake, not slip up, not say anything to anyone, not look at anyone. Like, I felt like he was drinking to keep himself from, again, becoming the villain by doing the typical, love triangle, flirting with someone's fiance, talking trash about your own fiance, like looking at another woman, you know what I mean? Like, he was just like, listen, I'm just gonna keep my head down, I'm just gonna drink. And that's what he did. So he ended up being so drunk that he realized he needed to go back to the room. So what does Madison do? She's trying to be a good fiance. She's like, oh, baby, should I come with you? Like, do you want me to go with you? And he just kept saying, like, it's up to you. Do whatever you want. Like, and she was like, yeah, do you want me to come with you? Do whatever you want. Like, you can stay here if you want to. Well, do you want me to come with you? Just, whatever's cool for you, what you can stay here. Like, basically, he was telling her, like, girl, I do not want you to come with me. Stay away from me. I'm gonna need 6 feet. Like, and she did not get it. Like, she did not get it. Like, finally, I guess she did get it. So she lets him go to the room alone. Then after the party's done, she goes, obviously back to the room, and he is like still drunk out of his mind. Like, she goes, she wakes him up. First of all, like, why did you have to wake him up? Like, why not just get ready for bed and sleep and let this man just sleep it off? No, Madison wakes him up. And at first I was like, oh, she's really trying to be sweet. Like, she's asking him if he needs anything, if he wants water. But then it changes. Like, she's actually trying to have like a coherent conversation with this incoherent, just pissed drunk person. And like, she's getting so frustrated and upset and hurt that he's just being incoherent, can't form a straight sentence, is not able to speak to her. And it's like this whole thing. And oh, Madison, like, it was hilarious. But at the end of the day, it was just like crazy. Like, I'm like, have you never seen a drunk person before? Like, did you not realize how drunk he was? Like, and I get it, like, it is scary for him. And I was shocked, honestly, when he said, oh, you look nice, and he didn't even remember that they both went to an event together, when he didn't even remember that he had actually eaten a dinner. Like, that concerned me. I was like, oh my God, like, how much has he had? Like, does he need to be in someone's hospital? But Madison, yeah, she was freaking out, and then she was crying inside. Then she went on the balcony crying outside. Then he's like annoyed with her because he can hear her crying and he's trying to sleep. And it's so funny because she obviously wants his attention. She wants him to come out and comfort her, and he's just not doing it. He's like, oh, stop crying, girl. Anyway, so Joe is soldiering through until they go dress shopping and suit shopping, and he literally just ran out of his appointment. Like, they were all getting fitted for their tuxes. Like, and you could tell, like, he could not care less. Like, he didn't even want to try anything on. He was getting upset with his friends for talking to him. And he was tripping. Like, he was freaking out. He was like, oh, this is a lot, man. Like, he started pacing, and then he's like, should I just leave? I should just leave. And then he leaves. Like, he runs out, he leaves all his people behind. Like, he gets in his truck, and that's that. So he does have a sit down with Madison, obviously. I personally think he's being such a coward. Like, he did not tell her that he was not attracted to her. He didn't tell her that he wasn't into her. Like, nothing. He just kept saying, oh, because obviously Madison wanted a reason, and he kept saying, like, oh, it's not right, you're just not the person I meant to marry, and you're not the person for me, you're not my person. Like, he just said a bunch of word salad basically, and Madison kept pressing him for a reason. And like, girl, he's not going to give you the reason because he doesn't want to be the bad guy. Like, he was not honest. Like, and to me, he's a coward and he's a liar and he should be ashamed. However, I was thoroughly entertained though. But you know what? He was also really cruel. Like, obviously Madison started crying and he like didn't care. Like, you could tell he was like looking at his watch. He was counting down the seconds that he could leave to get away from this woman. Like, and it's really sad. Like, he just seemed really disgusted by her, like repulsed by her. Like, he could not wait to get away from her. And she's like, oh, I'm crying, and you're not even gonna come hug me. You don't even care. And he's like, I can hug you. I can hug you. And like, again, with this, hey, if you want me to hug you, I'll hug you. Like, he just does not like her. And he doesn't give a damn that she's crying. Like, when I tell you, like, this was so insane to me. And then instead of like having some type of confidence and standing up for herself and just having some dignity, because honestly, do not ever let a man tell you more than once that he doesn't want you. Like, girl, do not do it. But no, what does Madison do? She's like, oh, but like, if you break up with me, we're not gonna sleep together anymore. We're not gonna cuddle anymore. We're not gonna kiss anymore. Like, she's literally, I don't know, I think she's trying to do a Casey and reel him back in with the whole sex thing, but girl, that only works when the guy is attracted to you, and clearly he's not. So he's just like, whatever. And she's like, well, would you be okay with me dating someone else? And mind you, yes, Madison, he is dumping you. He is breaking up with you. He's ending things. He does not care. You could bounce on to the next D for all he cares. And he's like, yeah, I'm not thinking about that. And she's like, well, you have to. Like, girl, please get up, stand up, like, oh, it was bad. It was bad, friends. Oh, and what I do want to say is, mind you, Madison is beautiful. She's beautiful. Like I said, I think she's a kind person from what we've seen. And I don't really know what Nick's issue is. Like, she's not like by any means fat. She's not obese, she's just, honestly, she's just a tall girl. I don't want to say she's box shaped, but she does not have a very, very curvy shape. Let's just say that. And I mean, she's not skinny, yeah, but like whatever, but he's not into her at all. Let's move on to the next couple, Annie and Nick. When I tell you, I'm so fascinated by Annie. Like, first of all, she's a hairdresser. Not only is she a hairdresser, she owns her own hair salon. Like, girl, what is this? Like, what is going on? Like I don't ever want to come for someone's looks, but like, let me just say, I would not have thought that she was a salon owner. Let's just leave it at that. Also, she was giving desperate from the very first pod conversation. It seems to me like all this lady cares about is getting married, having a ring, having an engagement ring, having a husband, being a wife, like, it's all about the act of a wedding, basically, and like everything, all the outer markers that come with being married, but it's not about a marriage. Like, she just wants to be able to say, here's my ring, I'm a wife, that's my hubby, we're married. Like, that's it. And she is desperate to the point of just delusion, and it is sad. Like, it is so sad. And already in the pod, she just kept telling everyone that she's so clingy and she needs to be up on her man, under her man, around her man, like all the time. And I was like, girl, like, that is a lot. Like, she just seemed, there's something that comes off so unhinged about Annie. Like, I don't think she's okay. Nick is very interesting to me. How should I say this? I mean, I know it's not my place and it is wrong to, assume someone's sexuality, to doubt someone's sexuality, to out someone's sexuality, but personally, from what he's been saying and his behavior, I do not think that he is interested in women. I do not think he's interested in Annie. Personally, I think he's more interested in the other men.
You are gay.
Like, this man is talking about, I'm a size queen. He has cropped sweaters in his closet. He has an area in his garage that is the virgin area. He's like, every time, he meets one of the guys, he looks him up and down and tells him how good he looks. He told the other guy that he's the most eligible bachelor he's ever seen. He just is not, like, I don't think he's looking for a wife, to be honest. Like, I just don't know what's going on there. Whatever his sexuality is, he's not into Annie. Oh, and let's not forget when he told Annie that if she were to look into his phone, he would see text messages between him and his friends talking about their penises. I mean, hello? Oh, and even his own mother thinks that he is gay. Like, I'm just saying, like, who am I to argue with his mom? Like, like Cardi B said, like, we see you, sir. Anyway, Annie, though, is such a desperado. She does not see it at all. She doesn't want to see it. Obviously, they end up breaking up, and it's actually Nick that ends things. And I do have to say, even though I think that he, at the very least, doesn't really know what he wants, or perhaps even may be there for the wrong reasons and for sinister reasons, I actually was finding myself on his side. Like, he was so nice to Annie. He was treating her with respect. He was always very kind to her, always very warm, understanding, compassionate. But this girl, like, she was cray-cray. Like, she was just acting insane. Like, they kept having these arguments where she was telling him, you don't love me as much as I love you, and I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. I love you more than the moon and all the stars. I love you more than the sun. And like, it was crazy. Like, she was like love bombing this guy like crazy. And she kept getting upset because he wasn't doing that to her. Like, and I don't know what more she expected of him, because he was showing her affection, he was showing her attention, like he was doing all the things and saying all the things, but it was not enough. And that one time when they met, not only the other couples, but also the single people, the guy who she also had a connection with showed up, and she actually had the nerve to sit there and say, well, for him to say he was so in love with me and he wanted to marry me, I'm sure not seeing any of this energy today. Like, girl, are you hearing yourself? You are engaged. Like, this man knows you're engaged. You did not choose him. What do you expect him to do? Is he supposed to kiss your feet? You know, ask you for your hand in marriage again? Like, what? Like, is he supposed to profess his undying love? Like, you are crazy. Like, she is so delulu. Anyway, her and Nick have another one of these "you don't love me enough" fights. She's like actually upset that he's saying he has to go through his process, and he also wants her to go through hers. And it was so bad that the next day Nick breaks up with her, and she can't take it. Like, she's literally not accepting it. Like, she's arguing with him to the point to where he's like, you can't force me down the altar. And she keeps saying, just try, just love me, just try. I want you to try. I want you to be in this moment with me. Try it. He's like, I don't want to marry you. Like, please. And she will not let it go. And then she starts this whole, like, she's almost debating him. She's like, I'm going to be a great wife. I'm going to be a great mother. I'm going to have a great marriage. It's like she's running for president or something. She's running for wife of the year. And like, he does not want you, girl. Like, again, like, he told you no. Like, what's not clicking? And it's so embarrassing. And she's so desperate, and she will not let it go. And he's like, we are breaking up. And she's like, no. Like, she's literally like short circuiting. Like, it honestly, like, I don't know, like, but there's something going on there. Like, I think she needs to see the lady, because that behavior is not normal. Like, she was tweaking out over this man. Like, wow. Yeah, that was a lot. So that was all the couples that ended up separating. And now we're going to get into the 3 remaining couples who are still engaged as of today. So we have Allie and Anton. Allie is beautiful. She's drop dead gorgeous. She's also very high maintenance. Like, she, you know, likes her Botox and her thing. She seems really kind and sweet, though. I think she's a nurse. Anton is, I think he's Russian. He is smitten with her. Obviously, he's very into her. He's very attracted to her. And their relationship, I don't know, like, it seemed to be going well until Allie met Anton's friends. And when he met Anton's friends, one of his best friend's girlfriend, yeah, she spilled the tea. Like, she told Allie that him and her boyfriend used to go out all the time. Mind you, when I say used to, this was like a couple months ago at that point. Like, basically right before he came on the experiment, he was a party boy. They would always go out to strip clubs and party and drink all the time. And yeah, Allie did not like it. Allie did not appreciate it. She was pissed. And honestly, I believe this is when she decided that she wasn't gonna marry him, like, in my opinion. There was this little awkward situation before when they were on vacation where she was looking at her ring, and then they came, they were talking about money somehow, and Antron was like, oh, I just spent 5K on this engagement ring. And she's like, oh, only 5K? Like, why not 10? And then he was like, 10? That's way too much. And like, she actually explained it to him, like, listen, this is, a gesture. It's for your future wife, for the future mother of your children. Like, it's, an act of affection. And I was like, this is already kind of, probably not going to work, because obviously their lifestyles do not match. Their finances probably do not match. But yeah, I think that whole parting thing was like the final nail in the coffin. And then there was this other situation where, and that, I thought that was kind of crazy. They were sitting on the couch debriefing after a day at work, and then she asked him to grab her a drink, and he was like, there are no more drinks, like all the beers are gone. And she was like, what do you mean? Like, it was a 12-pack, like where did it go? And then he tells her, you drank all of them. And she's like, no, I didn't. I literally only had 2. And he kept like gaslighting her, like, no, you drank them all. You drank them all. And but she insisted she didn't. She only had 2. Okay, so then he switches his tactic and he's like, well, my friend came over and we had a couple. Like, he had 1 and I had 1. Mind you, we're still only at 4 now, so there's 8 missing. So then they start talking about him coming over, and she's like, but where's the rest? Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, because at first he said that he grabbed a beer and brought 1 more beer down to the friend, and he met him on the street, basically. Like, he didn't really come inside. But then, fast forward, he's like, yeah, we just had a couple. So what is it, sir? Did you only grab 2 beers and leave the apartment to hang out with your friend? Or did you have them in the apartment and you guys were just chugging 8 beers? Because that's what it seems like to me. Or should I say 10? Anyway, then after that, she's like, where's the tequila? Like, is there still tequila left? And you can tell, you can see that on his face, in his eyes, like, he knows there's no tequila. He knows he drank it all. And he goes to the fridge and he's like looking for the tequila, and he's like, no, it's gone. I don't know where it is. And Allie's shocked. Like, she's sitting there like, oh my God. And you can tell she's just thinking, this man is an alcoholic. And then he starts like getting defensive and trying to throw stuff at her. Like, she's, untidy. She doesn't clean up after herself. She doesn't do her laundry all week and stuff. He's like, is that normal for you? And she's like, yeah, that is my normal. I was like, good for you, Allie, because at the end of the day, like, we're talking about you right now, sir. And personally, I would be very worried. I think there's something going on there. Like, I'm not saying he, is an alcoholic or anything, but that is a lot of alcohol to drink just, in a random week. And I don't know. I don't think I could be with someone like that. Like, to me, I would just be too concerned to marry him in such a short amount of time. And I would be surprised if Allie does. But, as of the last episode that we've seen, they are still together. The next couple is Megan and Jordan. Megan insists on calling herself Sparkle Megan. Mind you, this woman is like, I think she's 34 years old. I mean, she's definitely in her early to mid 30s. So cringe, so corny. Girl, what is wrong with you? I mean, I already think it's cringe giving yourself a nickname, because honestly, I feel like nicknames are bestowed upon you. Like, that's something your friends and family come up with. Like, you just don't go around handing out like your card being like, hey, I'm Sparkle Meg. Like, that to me is so embarrassing. And she does that the whole season. I think maybe she wants to get followers on Instagram. Maybe she's thinking she's gonna get like collabs or whatever, get her own products, but like, girl, no one cares. I mean, at least I don't care. She seems to be a very successful businesswoman. Like, she seems to have a lot of money. Like, basically, she's rich, and good for her. She really likes Jordan. So let's get into him. Jordan is not rich. He does not seem to have a whole lot of money. That's what he said, mind you. I'm not saying this. He is a father. I think his son is 4 or 5 years old, and his son has diabetes. Now, when I tell you, Megan and her whole family is so obsessed with this man's son and him having diabetes. Like, it's scary. Like, to me, it's gotten to a point where I would be creeped out. I would be like, you need to stay 6 feet away from my child at all times. Mind you, her father also had diabetes. So her and her whole family are like so stuck on this. Oh my God, they're basically acting like this man's son is their father slash husband, like reincarnated. It's almost like a couple seasons ago where this guy had this dead sister and he was giving his fiance all his dead sister's things, and like the family was treating her like, oh, you're gonna replace the dead daughter. Like, it was really scary, and that's what this is giving. Like, it's almost like she's happy that this poor child has diabetes. Like, I don't know, it's like really scary. And the sister even said that she had a dream where the dad came to her and said, he's like me, Luca is like me. Like, it's, when I tell you, crazy, absolutely insane. And it really seems like she only wants to marry him just so she can be a mother to a diabetic. And mind you, like, Luca, which is the son, he has a mother. He has a living mother. Jordan never implied or said that the mother is absent, that she's not taking care of her son at all. But Megan is acting like she wants to snatch Luca up and be his mom. Like, she wants to just be the only mother. Like, it's really, really scary. Like, she's talking about school districts. Like, she wants to move Luca into their house, even though he's living with his mother now. Like, it's really bizarre. She already has all these plans for Luca. And like, even Jordan was like, girl, you have to relax. Like you are not responsible. Like, all I want from you is to be kind to my son. Like, he's just a bonus. Like, basically, you know, telling her like, hey, remember your role. You're not his mother. But yeah, that to me was really scary. Now, even though their relationship has looked really good, they're starting to have issues. I think it's because Jordan cannot deal with the fact that Megan has more money than him. Like, he already said he feels like he's bringing nothing to the table. He feels like he's not contributing anything. Like, he feels like he's mooching off of his wife. And I think personally, it just never works when the woman has more money than the man, because like, for some reason, men, like, their egos can't take it. They immediately feel emasculated. They feel like they're not, you know, doing their job as men, which is providing. They just start resenting the woman, I feel like, and then they try to prove their manlyhood in other ways, like mostly by cheating or just treating the woman like crap. Like, it just never works, in my opinion. But he does make comments like that. He's like, oh, we're not in the same boat. You're in a way bigger boat. And well, I can't go play tennis at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday. I buy Legos. That's what I do. Like, you can tell, like, he's bothered by it. He's also bothered by the fact that, you know, they're shopping for $1 to $2 million houses, and he doesn't even know if he can get approved for a loan for $250K. Like, it's just, Megan, it's not gonna work, girl. And then in the end, they argue about him not wanting to talk to her. Like, he just wants to be quiet and sit there and watch TV when he gets home. And she's like, oh, I need more stimulation. And yeah, it's just not, like, it looks honestly to me like he's already resenting her. So the last couple is KB and Edmund. Let's talk about KB first. So KB is a social worker. She's beautiful, obviously. In the pod, she already said that she doesn't care about traditional gender roles, meaning like the man could be the provider, but also the woman could be the provider. And like, she doesn't mind like spoiling her man and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, girl. But yeah, she chooses Edmund. Edmund is very interesting. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. But to me, I think something is going on with Edmund. I don't think his brain functions in the same way that most people's brains do. I don't think that he is developed or as developed as he should or could be. Like, I feel like he's stuck somewhere in his childhood. He apparently had a very traumatic childhood. He was in and out of foster homes. He kept like being taken away from his parents because like, he doesn't really go into why, but obviously there must have been some type of issue there, whether it's neglect, abuse, whatever it is. There is a reason why he couldn't spend more than a month with his parents. And that has really affected him. Like he says it himself, like you can tell. And to me, it just seems like he's stuck somewhere in this child mind in a way. Like, not saying he has a child mind, but like the way he speaks and approaches things, it just seems like he, especially when he gets upset, he regresses a lot. Like, when I tell you, this man got so upset when KB told him that she wanted to wait until marriage to have sex with him. Like, he threw a whole temper tantrum. Like, I've never seen anything like that. He was even crossing his arms. He was like, "I'm too nice. I'm such a nice guy. Like, oh my God, I'm just too nice. I'm too nice." Like, literally like that. Like, he was crying. This man was sitting there bawling his eyes out and having a full-on like toddler terrible twos temper tantrum over this lady not wanting to sleep with him. Like, it was insane. And it felt like so icky and like weird and creepy, because he was also like he was trying to literally talk her into having sex with him, to pressure her into sleeping with him. Like, he was like, the only thing that was missing would have been him stomping his foot. Then the other side of that is, KB's social worker. And honestly, their relationship feels like KB is his social worker. Like, he's a client, and like she chose a client. Like, and it's a mixture of, okay, this is my client and I have to be a social worker, and I'm his mommy and I'm mothering him. Like, the way she talks to him, it does not seem like a level playing field at all. It always seems like she's above him. Like, she's the mom, she's the adult, and he's the child. And then, the way she lectures him and even tears into him, like, sometimes, like, I felt bad watching that. Like, because the way she talked to him too was like so just awful in a way. She's like lecturing him, like not letting him get a word in, cutting him off, telling him what to say, like, "Oh no, I don't want you to apologize, but yes, I do want you to apologize, but not like that and not for that, like, you're doing it wrong." And it's like, oh my God. And then the other side of that is, apparently Edmund is like lying and acting like KB is saying he's a total different person off camera than he is on camera. Like, they'll have a fight and he'll just not talk to her, ignore her, treat her like crap basically. And then when the cameras come on, he's all like, "Oh honey, baby, sweetie, I love you, you're the best, oh my God," and like, touching on her and stuff like that. So she's just thrown for a loop. And I understand, like, I get it. And I also totally understand that she's frustrated and that this man is probably just a lot to be around. Mind you, this is the same guy who was putting himself in cabinets, he was making out with the floor, he was licking his cup, like, he was licking sunscreen off of her feet, he eats his own boogers. Like, let's start there. I don't know if she knows that or knew that at that time, but yeah, like, I totally get why it's like so exhausting to be with him. But like, it's not okay though to verbally abuse him. And when I say verbally abuse him, it's just like the degrading way she talks to him, but also she literally called this man a bitch. She called this man a bitch to his face. She was like, "Stop talking to me, bitch." And when I tell you, I was like, ugh, like, oh my God. Like, and I felt so bad. And you can tell every time she's talking at him, he just shuts down. It's almost like a child getting like, yeah, lectured by the parent, like, and just sitting at the table being like, "Oh, when is this over?" And that's what it looks like. You can tell he's not there. He's not listening. He's not getting it. He's just waiting till it's over, almost like a trauma response. And then she literally called him a bitch. Like, oh my God. Like, at that point, girl, if you find yourself verbally abusing someone, like, you have to end that relationship. You have to walk away. But she's not. Like, and that's what I don't understand. Like, yeah, honestly, I don't think that Edmund should be in that experiment. I just don't think he's equipped to handle that type of situation, that pressure, the 24/7 cameras and observation, and, the timeline and everything, honestly. And I don't even think that he should be getting married at all. Like, I think what he should do is work with a therapist and resolve all of that trauma he has, work through it, and work on himself. Like, I don't think, like, KB's like, "I want you to shoot up the club and like get me pregnant." Like, huh, ma'am? Like, what? Like, in what world is Edmund ready to be a father? Like, not even a husband, but like a father? Edmund, who's sitting there throwing temper tantrums? Like, oh my God, like, it's scary to me. That is like insane. And then I'm like, KB, what is wrong with you actually? Like, why are you still in this relationship? Like, what is happening? And she's like, oh, I'm with you because I'm fighting for you and I chose the right man. Like, girl, you do realize you don't have to fight, right? Like, when it's right, it's right. I mean, yeah, relationships can take work or whatever, but you guys aren't supposed to be in the honeymoon stage. You're supposed to be the most in love and infatuated you're ever going to be in your entire lives. And you're sitting there saying, oh, I have to fight for you. Like, oh my God. Like, it's a lot. This season is so crazy. I don't even know. So let's get into my predictions. For Allie and Anton, I don't think they're getting married. I think he's going to say yes. And I think she's going to say no. Like I said, I think she checked out as soon as she heard that he was a party boy. I do not think that she wants him. I think she's just getting her coins by being in as many episodes as possible. And Megan and Jordan, I believe that Megan will say yes because she's just dying to be Jordan's sugar mama and his son's, you know, mother. Like, she just wants to mother a diabetic child that she believes to be her father reincarnated. I think Jordan is going to say no. I think he's a little creeped out as well by her, and I don't think it's, you know, I just think that he will realize that their lifestyles do not work at all. They are just not compatible, and I think he's gonna say no. Like, honestly, I don't even know what Jordan was doing there. I forgot to say this earlier, but he literally in the pods told the guys that he cannot financially support a wife and that she would have to be the breadwinner. I'm like, sir, like, what do you mean? Like, you're on a whole show trying to find a wife and you can't even provide for your wife? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, no. So yeah, I think he's gonna say no. Now, KB and Edmund, I fear that they're both gonna say yes and get married. I hope to God they won't, because I really think that Edmund needs to heal, and I think that also KB really needs to work on some of her issues. I don't know if she has anger issues. Yeah, I don't think she should get married either. So we'll see. So much for my thoughts. I can't wait to hear yours. Thank you for watching. I don't know, maybe I'll make another Love is Blind video after the weddings. We'll see. I do review The Real Housewives. Currently, I'm reviewing The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and of Orange County. And I also did Next Gen NYC, if you care about that. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I hope to see you on our next vacation. Until then, have a great day. Bye.